What's up, guys? It's been a while. Just wanted to show a custom figure I did for a friend. It came out really nice, and I just want to share that with you guys. It's a Custom Storm, punk rock style, the John Romita version. Just finished it yesterday, and here she is. This is just another wall I did a few weeks ago. So I did her. She has two heads, so I did this one. I just put makeup on this one. I used oils, and yeah, I'm sorry, cuckoos. No, I promised somebody that I was gonna do a video, but I was just really tired of how to put on the makeup. I'll try to do that video in the future. It's just that I've been really busy. But yeah, I did put oil on these, and I gave her eyeshadow, smoky eyeshadow, and rosy cheeks, reds. I left the mohawk alone. I wasn't gonna, but on this one, I did do the blue tint on the mohawk. I don't know if you can see it. Okay, now you can see it here. I did all metal, what do you call it, belts. I did them with real metal studs, so all this is real metal. The belts were made with Procreate, which is bendable clay. You mixed the both portions unevenly, more towards the gray side, more dark gray, so it'd be more flexible. And then I painted the belts with gloss black, and then I put the metal studs each one by one, which is very tedious and hard to do. You have to use a magnifying glass. And then I airbrushed the Tamiya clear gloss on top of it to protect the paint and the studs. So this is why it looks really nice and glossy. I gave her an alternate neck. Underneath is the original factory neck that is made out of, it looks like it's studs right here. So John Romita, every once in a while when he would draw her, he would add these studs. You see like there's spikes on her right arm, and there's also studs. Well, the studs, sometimes he would draw them and sometimes he would do the spikes. So I thought it would be neat if she had both, and you could alternate whatever you want. It glossed up her boots, looks really nice. Airbrushed some black and then some lustreless flat on her pants. And gave her a little metal stud for the pants. I painted her hands. I gave her black nail polish, glossed up the hands also, and painted the fingers. I also, this head gave me a lot of trouble. I had to paint this head like 3 times. It was just like this head was a big problem. It was I had to strip the paint when I got it because it was painted really roughly, and so I had to strip the paint, paint it again, prime it, then painted the color, then put the eye makeup and the cheek makeup and the lips and all that, and I gave her the nice blue tint with oils for her mohawk. And what happened was, I think the first time I painted her too dark. It wouldn't match with her body. So then the second time, I was airbrushing it and something went wrong with the paint, and so I had to do it 3 times. But the third time was really nice. It came out really nice. One of the hard parts is painting the brown and the white right at the edge of the hair and the scalp. It's it's really hard to get the paint in those cracks without messing it up. So that's pretty. It came out pretty clean, and that's why, because I use because my eyesight is blurry, so I use Tamiya, the Tamiya shade. What is it? Magnifiers. These are great. These are such a great help. So I think sometimes those are better than the magnifying. I had a microscope. It was an electric microscope I bought from China, and the problem with those is that when you use it, there's no depth of field, if you know what that means. So when you're painting or doing something really small, there's no depth of field, and then there's more probability of you messing it up. But with these, you use it and you do have depth of field. But the good thing about using the digital microscope is that you don't have to strain your eyes, because when you put these things on, you have to strain your eyes. So it's good and bad either way. So, and what else did I did? Oh yeah, I gave her so, well, I didn't give her, this was given to me. This is fisted hands. I painted her fisted hands really nicely. This is the original belt she comes with, and an extra little belt here with spikes I did. So you kind of like just put it on her, like on her waist or on her shoulder, to give her that extra punk style look. Let's see if I can do it with one hand. She might even fall or something. Something like that, you know, just fun stuff, you know. Oh, I also put in metal studs on her jacket. If you can see, those are real metal studs, even right here. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I glossed her and with Pledge. It's part of the process for shading. So when I did the makeup and the eyes and the mohawk, you have to use Pledge, which is this right here, Pledge Floor Finish. So there's two kinds. Don't get the one that says cleaner, because that's just a detergent. This is a varnish for your floors to make them shiny. But this stuff is so good for weathering spaceships, and also for what I use it for putting on makeup on her with oils. And the effect is just I think it's one of the best effects ever. So get this one, not the cleaner, if you're interested. And this stuff is really hard to find, so you almost never find it in the stores. But if you do see it in the store, snatch it up right away. Take 2 bottles, because this is rare stuff. You don't see it. The only place you can find it is in the internet, on eBay. It'll probably cost you a little more, but it's worth it, and it'll last you for years. I've had this bottle already for like two years, maybe 3 years. So, okay. So yeah, I think she looks great. Put it right here next to the environment wall here. There. It's pretty cool. I got this airbrush booth 3 months ago. It has been a lifesaver. I have done a lot of stuff with this, done a lot of dioramas already with this, and some other stuff. It is like a must-have for people who do frequent work, you know, customization or painting. It is the best. It's the best thing. You should get one of these. It gives you some security, because you don't want to be smelling all these bad paints and inhaling them and all that, because you know it's just bad for your health. So it has been a really nice thing to have, and I recommend one of those. Oh yeah, so I sculpted all these parts here. I'm gonna be molding these things for the dioramas. This is gonna make my life so much easier when I'm doing the detail work, because when you do the pipes and the electrical boxes and all that, it is just a real pain, and it takes days of extra work just to make these things. So once I get the molding and stuff, I'll make copies of this, and hopefully I'll be able to make a copy of this, because I'm not a molder, and soon, and I'll put this for sale. I'm gonna make the first copies out of plaster, and I'm gonna paint the plaster copies with Tamiya and Vallejo paints. So it's gonna look really, really nice. Here's some guns I was painting. And yeah, that's it, guys. I just want to share some of the stuff I was doing. If you want to know where to get all these little metal studs, so your customs look really nice, just go to eBay and punch in nail art, and there's a bunch of little metal studs for women's nails, and you just order the smallest versions, like 2.5, 2.0, 1.5 studs and all that. And there's square ones, round ones, big ones, little ones. The hardest ones are the little ones to get. Sometimes they're really cheap. They cost like $1 or $2 for a little bag. If you order the smallest one, sometimes they send you the wrong size. So make sure you order like 3 or 2 of them, so you'll get the size you want. Make sure you order the silver ones, because you don't want to order the gold ones or the black ones unless that's what you really want. So I ordered some spikes. There's also sorts of spikes, like long ones, little ones. Actually, those are good for a custom Rochelle Summers Phoenix custom from the X-Men. Something called, they called her Rochelle Summers. She's the Dark Phoenix. So these little studs would be perfect for that, you know. And yeah, that's it, guys. Keep collecting, keep having fun, keep exploring and learning new things, and I'll see you guys later.